AIO, for being upset at my family, for being mad at me, for anonymously warning another woman about my abusive ex. By Progressive Mom of 2. TW Descriptions of DV. I don't even know where to start with this one. I am so sick to my stomach and filled with anxiety over this. I can't eat or function. So about 4 years ago, I kicked my ex out of my house he wasn't on the lease for after a very messy breakup. He was very abusive, mentally and physically, towards me, especially the last year we were together. We met at work in my hometown and then later moved out of town following a promotion I had gotten. The abuse was so severe that I became a completely different person. I hardly spoke to my family and shut out childhood friends. He was a master manipulator. He presented himself as put together and always did grand gestures to keep me happy. I risked my career and was financially footing everything when he was working, also making a decent wage, and spending it all on weed, car parts, who knows what else. I protected him at all cost. He would blame every small inconvenience in his life on me and make me believe I caused every problem in his life. He was a serial cheater, and when I would find out, he would get violent with me and would destroy things in the house. I started losing my hair from stress. I was gaining weight and thought I had an autoimmune issue when it was not that. I, for some reason, was desperate for him to love me and commit to me. After we broke up, he refused to move out because he didn't have anywhere to stay. I had to reach out to his family to finally get him to leave. A few months after we broke up, and after some therapy, I met the love of my life, and who is now currently the father of my 2 kids. And we are engaged. My ex moved back home and perused a management position at my old job, which is also where my sister works as an hourly employee. He is now her boss. She and my family know about the abuse. They also never liked him, and never wanted me to get involved with him from the beginning. It has been almost 4 years since we broke up. Someone 2 days ago posted anonymously in our local "Are We Dating the Same Guy?" private Facebook page. I commented anonymously, giving some details of how dangerous he is, and talked back and forth with some other anonymous commenters, who also dated him after, and shared I was now in a better relationship and started a family. I also saw one of his friends who works at his current job commented, not anonymously, defending him a bit. This friend is a female coworker who has been in love with him from the start of our relationship. Classic breadcrumbing to keep her around because I love her attention type relationship is what they have, and once he finds another woman he likes, he blocks her. It's very sad. She did state she wouldn't share anything she saw with him from this post. I did say in one of my comments that if anyone might guess who I am, please to not share with him what they saw. That's the rules of the group, and we moved back to my hometown close to my old work a couple years ago when I got pregnant with my first baby. Well, I told my mom after what had happened, and I ended up deleting my comments altogether. And the OP got the message loud and clear and said she blocked him. She seemed supportive, and we moved on. The next day, yesterday, my mom calls me saying I shouldn't be a part of this group and that I should have thought about how this affects my sister because she was bombarded by her coworkers showing her screenshots of my comments because they figured out it was me. To preface, he is not a popular guy at his job. The staff hates him. My sister got mad at me for posting anything. I got very upset and the conversation turned heated very quickly. I am a Sam to 2 under 2, and I was finishing up dinner with my 2-year-old and trying to feed my 5-month-old some baby food while having this conversation. My fiancé works nights, so he was getting ready to leave for work. My fiancé saw how upset I was and was appalled by my mom's reasoning and didn't say anything because of how close I am to my family. I was trying to get the message out my mom that my sister's feelings aren't relevant in this whole ordeal because I am allowed to warn someone else to possibly keep someone else safe from this monster. I said to my mom, "It feels like victim shaming," and she instantly got defensive. My mom is offended easily and doesn't take accountability very often. I ended the call because I was so overwhelmed and told her I needed a break from the conversation. I had a very hard time functioning after this conversation, and my kids were very hard to put to sleep last night. I woke up with this pit at the bottom of my stomach. Hardly can eat anything. My eyes are swollen from crying so much. I talked to my best friend and fiancé today, and they both validated my feelings and think that I did nothing wrong, and they should be upset at whoever is passing around the screenshots. My mom has not reached out to me. This morning I texted my sister and told her how I felt and asked if she was upset, and she said she was. She said she needs her job, and with how he is, he could get her fired now. This place is a large corporation that I used to be a higher up at. There's absolutely no threat to her job. She also is mad that people are bombarding her with it. She also said if I was so scared of him, then I shouldn't have posted details that could put my family at risk. I responded calmly, explaining I was very hurt that the people I love are mad at me versus the people sharing this. I already feel isolated enough being a stay-at-home mom. I haven't worked in almost 3 years and I'm about to start nursing school in September because I'm so fried from being home. I usually talk to my mom every day, and we are a very close family that has gatherings every weekend. I'm just so upset and don't know what I should do about this whole thing. Am I overreacting, or should I just move on? Anna.
Top comment by active_finance_8562 5 hours ago. I don't even have to read everything. Your family is mad? What the fuck is wrong with them? You're protecting other women from being treated like absolute shit.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards. Reply number 1 to top comment by the original poster. This is what my best friend and fiance said. They are so mad for me. I just don't understand.
Comment number 2 by Marishore 25 5 hours ago. You did the right thing. Your family is only considering your sister and not the person who would potentially get involved with him. Social media is tough because everyone sees everything. At the end of the day, I suppose you could have private messaged her. But still, no one should be criticizing you. Your sister was in an uncomfortable position, but we'll have to move on. Unless there weren't any comparable jobs in the area, I wouldn't work for someone who abused my sister.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards. First reply on comment number 2 by the original poster. It is tough, and I wish I could have messaged her, but she also posted anonymously, so I could only comment. It's a serving job she's been at for a long time, and her coworkers are very catty/petty. But I'm just trying to get opinions to see what I should do/how I should feel. I'm just having a really hard time with my emotions.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards. Follow up in the thread by Siegel 321 1 hour ago. Sis, you know exactly how severely asshole abused me. Exactly. What would you have done if you were the abuse survivor? Would you really, knowingly, allow someone to walk unknowingly into an abusive relationship when you had the power to inform her? Really?
Comment number 3 by _Delikia_5 hours ago. First of all, ignore the censored basement dweller in the other comment. Second, give your family time, they will come around. Sadly, some people will disregard and diminish abuse if they didn't experience it themselves. Are they wrong? Yes, but you want them in your life, so you may have to compromise here. In the meantime, build a friends/support network that is not connected to your family. And last but not least, thank you for warning this woman. We need that kind of solidarity and care about each other.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards. First reply on comment number 3 by the original poster. I'm such an anxious person. I don't handle letting things settle very well. I'm medicated and have been through a lot of therapy to get to this point. But I still struggle sometimes with certain things. I love my family, and I am so close with them, and don't want to isolate myself from them. But I also want to defend myself. I just don't know what to do.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards. A reply to the previous reply by Tight Shift 5706 4 hours ago. OP, presently, take a break from your family. Focus on yourself, your children and husband. Everything else right now is just noise. Let things calm down.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards. Follow up in the thread by Rightier Than You 4 hours ago. I was going to ask whether you were in therapy. This is something you should talk through in your next session. In the meantime, I would focus on your children and partner versus people not capable of supporting you in the way you need.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards. Follow up in the thread by _Delikia_4 hours ago. You don't need to do anything or make any decisions now. Just stay in a safe environment and put yourself first. And by that, I mean, don't worry about what they will think. You matter the most.
Comment number 4 by Throw RAEVL Cousins 5 hours ago. So you saw there was multiple people warning this girl saw someone defending your abuser and you thought they wouldn't know you. How was this even considered anonymously? If you knew exactly who was defending your abuser and your abuser's friend identified you, that's not anonymous.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards. First reply on comment number 4 by the original poster. So there was only one person that had commented before me. His friend didn't comment until about an hour after I had commented anonymously. I deleted my comments about 20 to 30 minutes after I saw his friend defending him. She didn't interact with my comments. The whole post was deleted a few hours later. There ended up being 100 plus comments. I comment 4 to 5 times total.
Downwards arrow tip, rightwards A, reply to the previous reply by Throw RAEVL Cousins 5 hours ago. How are they claiming it's you without him admitting he abused you? And is your only problem is that your family is mad at you for calling out your abuser? It sounds like you need to go LC with them.
Comment number 5 by SMLPKG 1966, 3 hours ago. You have been away from him for almost 4 years, but haven't worked for 3 years and have a 2-year-old. So after going through all that, you jumped right into a relationship? Without taking time to heal and get some therapy. Not buying it.
Downwards arrow tip, rightwards. First reply on comment number 5 by the original poster. I started therapy while in the relationship, and it's what gave me the courage to leave for good and stayed in therapy after. My fiancé and I met 6 months later and got pregnant 3 months after, accidentally. I had hyperemesis gravidarum and was put on bed rest and developed preeclampsia and went on to have an emergency C-section at 30 weeks, so I haven't worked since then. I'm lucky to have had lots of support through this difficult time. I've continued healing through therapy and medication. I never said I was perfect, and I always do the right thing. The whole point of the post was to get different perspectives about a situation that hurt me deeply.
Comment number 6 by P.O. Andrea 3 hours ago. One thing to remember is that people often defend abusers, not because they think you're wrong, but because they're afraid of the abuser, just like your sister and your mom. Not that this means you shouldn't speak up in situations like this, because we absolutely should. It simply reinforces the idea that none of this is your fault. The fact that people he's not even in a relationship with are worried that he will lash out at them too now is pretty telling.
Comment number 7 by glittering_pi_8661 2 hours ago. Not all heroes wear caps, you, my dear, are a hero in my eyes. Worn away and hold your head high. There is never, ever anything wrong in doing the right thing. XX.
Comment number 8 by Glyphwin 3 hours ago. You are in a serious relationship and still dragging in dating discussion sites, and your fiancé doesn't mind?
Downwards arrow tip, rightwards. Reply number 1 to comment number 8 by the original poster. The group is about protecting women from potentially lying, manipulative, and dangerous men. People post and ask if this is a safe person to pursue. It's not like a dating site or anything. My fiancé is 100% supportive of these sites because he takes domestic abuse very seriously. Some women see their spouses get posted and would have went on, never knowing they were being lied to if it weren't for this group. It's private and meant to be a safe space.
Comment number 9 by Born_Day381 4 hours ago. It doesn't seem like you're exaggerating. Rather, it seems like they're afraid of your ex. If it's true that no one loves him, that doesn't stop them from being afraid of him. I don't think your sister will be affected because she had nothing to do with this, and your mother and sister's complaints are about their work. So I don't think anything will happen to them. You're not exaggerating, but it seems that your ex is very feared in that place, and may be an abuser or has a very detestable personality at most. This will definitely go away. I don't see any reason for there to be serious consequences for your sister until they tell you not to talk about that guy anymore there.